And the club names on the scoreboard tonight seems like a little bit of a step back in time, but this is a new iteration of Durban City as Chiefs get us underway here. And they're looking to carve out some of their own history under a legendary manager who, as we all know, has an axe to grind against today's illustrious opponents. And I think that's what makes this match all the more intriguing, Lucky and Flatty, the Gavin Hunt storyline.
No, absolutely. And you know, being a professional he is, Gavin Hunt will treat this match as honorable as possible, but through the players express and show his coaching capacity.
Forward by Vilakazi, looking for Shabalala, holds off Carl Jurgens. Great strength from Shabalala, brilliant ball through as well. Chance to open the scoring. Oh, it's a really poor effort from Lilepo. They've been sent through by a beautifully weighted ball from Shabalala.
Once Mudu wins it in that middle of the park, he waits for Lilepo's run, plays it perfectly. I see what Lilepo was trying to do, it's the same as he did against Simba, but he never contacted the ball very well. Want him to hit it with his inside. I think they was going for more a cross for Johnny Ikadaro, not a shot at goal, because if it went for a shot of goal, it was going to force Keith to make the save.
That's a good ball through. Seko got a toe on it, but slams the ground in frustration, knowing that he should have and probably could have done a little better there. And still, we await the first shot on target, and we've gone past the half-hour mark here at the Moses Mabhida Stadium. KAIZER Chiefs this season against teams currently in the top 5 don't have a victory yet. Oh, that one skews awkwardly off the boots of Kuburake, the new Nigerian signing. That wouldn't have been the most pleasant way to announce himself in South African football with an own goal, but Darren Keats. With 4 wins in his last 5 league games. Vilakazi. Well, he had a chance to set himself, to measure the shots. Didn't produce the kind of ferocity that was at his first suspension. Oh, it's some really unconvincing defending from KAIZER Chiefs, not punished though. And Brandon Peterson has remained down here. That's after it looked like a fairly nasty collision. He came flying in and shattered Mokoena. So that's what we were alluding to just a moment ago. Durban City, in the quarter-hour period after the break, is where they are most prolific, and on a single other side has scored more in this period than they have. Trailer squeezing it through here from Tetwa. Igedaro. Shabalala just gets away from him as Keith comes out to claim. And Keith's taking umbrage with...
But if he wanted to kick him, he was going to extend it. He just went straight past.
From Tetwa. Good feet. And finding an outlet in the form of Serino, plays it in. Header off target from Lilepo.
It seems like they're enjoying themselves every time they go to that right-hand side. A second cross to find Lilepo, and he just doesn't direct his header. He tries to find that furthest post. If he could have just hit it straight with his forehead to hit the target, I think he would have gotten a chance. Applauding Serino's cross.
What we would characterize as attacking midfielders. One of them on the ball now, Serino. But if you actually look this season, their first 4 goals, only one was scored by a striker, in a sense, that being Lelepo against Stellenbosch. But then of the last 4 goals they've scored, 3 of them have been from strikers, or that you might put into the striker category, Silva and Mayo. Silva with 2, Mayo with the 1 on debut. And from Gaston Serino into the area with Lele. Tetwa. Forward for Serino. Take care of the danger at the expense of a corner out of the head of Terence Mashiko. Munyani back to Serino. Now Tetwa.
Minute.
Good play from Darren Keats. Gaston Serino into the area from Dushabalala. Oh, living dangerously here, Durban City. The deflection helped take some of the pace off that. Not particularly convincing from Woporoke, a Durban City debutant today. Managed to work it out to Magawan. Domingo. Mapate. Oh! They've done it! Gavin Hunt brings the changes, but the flag raised by Siwela. Well, it was a substitute who put it in. Magawana. It was a substitute who set him up. Mapate. It was a substitute who rolled it into the path of Mapate. He's clearly offside, though.
Absolutely. The substitutes introduced into the game, having a touch onto the ball, and I just wonder why Magawana couldn't just delay his run. But now, the celebration?
Let's spot the moment he realizes. No, we don't get that far.
But what a move from the substitute for Durban City. Like, after we mentioned that it's a 5-4-1 formation, and then Magawan on that left-hand side.
Oh, chance for KAIZER Chiefs with Modi. Modi again. Gets away from Cross. See a popping, this time dispossessed before he can work the ball to Magawana. Serino. Ele. Munyane. In from Serino. Silva! Super sub! It's the start of the season. Winner.
One thing I can confirm with you, Grant, while we watch unbelievable scenes from the fans, is that man who just scored the goal, that was his first touch in today's game. Exactly what he did against Golden Arrows. Coming in, finding himself at the right place, That ball set up very well on that right-hand side. Look at Sereno. The first touch he takes, he knows exactly where to play it. And Silva making sure that he gets away from his marker. He tracked back and then went forward to connect with that ball. And he made sure that he plays to the furthest post of Kit. You look how he rise up and switches his head to find that far post. But what a ball played by Sereno. Right place where we always say, just play it in between the keeper and the defenders. And his takeoff made sure that he connects to that ball. Looking at the disappointed Kevin Hunt.
Now it's the second Betway Premiership assist of the season for Gaston Sereno. Excitement abounds. And credit as well to Thabiso Monyane. The way that ball was pinged forward, it really looked like a massively overhit pass, and he was able to knot it down and keep it alive.
By Clearling.
Yeah. So now with a lead to defense. As Domingo flings himself at that one.
I always said, Grant, that KAIZER Chiefs just needs a striker who stays in the box. Not a roving striker like we saw earlier on in Gadaro. Somebody who will stay in the 18 area. I mean, you remember the likes of Sean Bartlett. He used to occupy that. Musonda used to occupy that.
So we are about to tick past the 90-minute mark. There will be 5 additional minutes here on the East Coast. Five minutes for Durban City to try and rescue something. KAIZER Chiefs looking to keep 3 successive clean sheets on the road in the league for the first time in half a dozen years, for the first time since 2019. And if they do, they will finally put an end to this long winless run. Ball floated into the edge of the area, and or rather deep into the area, nodded back across. There's some muted appeals from the Durban City players. Brad Cross has remained down here. KAIZER Chiefs have made all of their 5 available changes.
Yep, just Litsi Kwapeng there coming in, trying to get to that loose ball and colliding with Cross in the mid-rip.
Pouncing about it is Sereno. Gets it away. One in the air by Munyan.
The important thing that we've noticed in this game is that from both teams, the substitutes that are coming from the bench, they actually switched the game around and turned it around in their head. I mean, you look at KAIZER Chiefs, Sereno coming in, putting in an assist, and the Silva scoring that goal. You look at the goal that was disallowed for offside from the Durban City, all the substitute players touching the ball, Magawana, Mapate.
Even Kwapeng, initially worked it out to Magawana, yeah? That's what you like to see from coaches, implementing changes that really impact the game. Modi trying to dig the ball over the top for Silva. Brad Cross can't believe the call has gone against him. The ball in is decent from the long throw. It's not a good connection on the the edge of the area. They'll continue to bombard the box. Well, Durban City. Peterson has it in his clutches. Clean sheet number 7 in the Betway Premiership this season, almost assured for Peterson and Chiefs. Bobby Mabong not looking as nervous as his younger brother, has to be said.
The partnership of McCarthy and Miguel once again seems to have been working, you know, the understanding and the communication between the two players.
This is likely the last chance for Durban City. Miguel under the high ball. Munyane forward. The barren run in the Betway Premiership comes to an end for KAIZER Chiefs. A 4-game winless streak is over. And this